starlight. Perhaps the most striking nebula are dark nebulas. Dark nebula are clouds of dust and rock and interstellar junk that block the light behind them. The heavens are filled with entrancing images like these. We've only begun to scratch the surface of what else is out there amongst the stars.
We are back, and we are going to go straight from the NBA to the NFL. Lots of free agent action happening, going on right now. Big news just happened, but we'll get to that. Right now, we just want to talk about the other free agents besides Peyton Manning. And what big ones stood out to you?
I have that the Lions signed punter Ben Graham to a one-year contract. And 10 out of 28 punts for the Lions were down inside 20-yard line with 3 touchbacks for him. So I think that he's going to be a good asset for the Lions. The Cowboys cut Kyle Kosier, and I don't know. And then the Alex Smith situation, too. I guess we don't really
know what's going on.
Yeah, we don't really know, though.
He doesn't really know what's going on either. Mm-hmm. What about you, Murphy?
I would have to say Matt Flynn. Would he count? Yes, he would.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moving to the Seahawks. And his contract wasn't for that much. I think he only got about $10 million guaranteed money. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of money, but for a quarterback, let's be real, that's not a whole lot. Seeing as Peyton got $96 million, or is going to.
Yes.
But anyways, I was happy with that. Just being the Packers fan that I am, it was kind of hard to see him go, especially after the last game that he played during the season. It was just incredible. But it's good to see him going somewhere.
And he will be competing against Vincent Jackson, who played for the Vikings for the starting spot. No contest there, in my opinion. I also have Vincent Jackson. He went from San Diego to Tampa Bay. He's going to be a huge target for Freeman. Last season, he had 60 receptions for 1,106 yards and 9 touchdowns. He's a big target, and he's going to play a big role in their team. Also, Mario Williams. He went from Houston to Buffalo. He's under $100 million contract. I thought that's what it said. I was like, that's a lot of money. But last year he only had 11 tackles and 5 sacks. And I mean, now Houston's gonna have to figure out how to replace him because he's a big presence, but his numbers didn't show that. Also, sticking in the NFC North, Brandon Marshall went from Miami to Chicago, and he had 81 receptions for 1,214 yards and barely no touchdowns, but with Cutler back and healthy, and now they have some weapons on offense, receiving, I think he's going to play a huge role in the Bears offense for sure. Also, Kyle Orton went to Dallas. If you know about Kyle Orton, the quarterback, ex-quarterback for the Bears, went to Dallas. Mm-hmm. He's going to be the backup for Tony Romo, but I think honestly he could actually be the starting quarterback. I mean, Romo's not doing very well. Let's just go on to Peyton Manning, another free agent that just got signed yesterday. What do you guys think about Peyton?
I'm happy. I don't know. I think that he made a good choice. It was the first team that he visited, and he was most familiar with that team. But I think, it's sad, but I think it's a good choice. I don't know. And he'll be able to play. He passes physical with his neck injuries, and they have a good defense with the Broncos, so he'll help fill up their offense.
I would have to say, are we talking about the player himself? What do I think of him, or what do I think of him going to the Broncos?
Both. Give both of them.
Okay. I think Peyton's a great player. I think he's a little overrated in my opinion. I mean, I know there are a lot of Peyton fans out there, but he's okay. But anyways, him going to the Broncos just makes sense. John Elway basically talked him into it. He said, you'd be great for this. Elway was never a really big Tebow fan, so it's just good. The more I thought about it, because I was thinking, why not San Francisco? And then I think the other team was, the Titans?
Titans.
And the Titans.
In Miami.
Yeah, in Miami, yeah. So, just the more I thought about it, I was like, why would you pick the Broncos? But just the more I thought about it, the team's going to take good care of him. It's a young enough team that they're going to be able to work with him. I think it's just going to be good. I think I can actually see him going to the Super Bowl this year. No lie.
The fact that he has a young team, though, is that going to be hard? He has young receivers, unexperienced receivers.
I think you'll have time to break him in.
All right.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, top NFL teams. We have teams to watch. It's early on the season. the NFL draft has not happened yet, but from all of these free agent moves, who do you have top? Who's on top right now?
I mean, it's hard to say because it is so early, but I would have to definitely say still that the Packers will be up there. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say right now. But what about for you?
Oh, I got to put on my thinking cap to think about this. Okay. I see them again. I see the Packers going all the way this year. It's just with that last game against the Giants, it was just miserable. And I don't know, for the past few times that they've faced off, this time was just more pathetic. There was some personal things going with, I can't remember whose kid died, but there was just a lot. And then
Joe Philbin,
there we go.
the offensive coordinator, but he's gone now. He's in Miami. He's head coach for Miami.
But yeah, it was just a big effect. So I think this year they're going to go all the way. Other teams to watch, I think the Patriots, at least Tom Brady, is pissed enough and vindictive enough to want to keep going. And I think that with enough drive, he's going to be able to do it this year. The Patriots as well.
All right, I have in the East, NFC, just a couple, 4 top teams. Look out for Dallas. They're going to be healthy with Tony Romo. He'll be back. He'll have some receivers that are weapons. Des Bryant's a weapon. Also, Packers, they'll do fine. They just need to improve on their defense. They need a lot of help back there. But Bears, watch out for them with Cutler back, with Brandon Marshall and Matt Forte, their running back. He's going to be a weapon too. As for the South, Tampa, they just picked up Vincent Jackson. I mean, they have a little time, but they'll do all right. AFC Patriots, they picked up Brandon Lloyd. He's going to be a huge aspect to their team, but they also have Gronkowski, Welker, Hernandez, and Branch that are still going to be weapons for them too. So they're stacked. Also, I still have Houston. They're going to have their starting quarterback back, but they will not have Mario Williams, so they need to figure out how to replace him on the D-line. And Denver will do all right if they get some receivers. They have no experience for receivers, but they have Von Miller, so it's all good. All right. FaceTime. Avery, take it away.
All right, well, I'm going to talk about what the Badgers need to do in order to beat Syracuse. I think they need to have a lot of presence in the paint, and Jordan Taylor needs to be on his game and hit a lot of threes. Wisconsin's Jordan Taylor and Syracuse's Scoop Jardine are two of the most dynamic point guards in the country. They're physical and crafty seniors, and both the Orange and Badgers have the ability to play stifling defense, drain big shots, and string together runs. I think that Syracuse probably has more of a chance to win, but obviously I'm rooting for the Badgers, so we'll hope for the best there.
All right. Love the Badgers. Love the Badgers. You got to hope they win. Mm-hmm. I mean, Scoop Jardine's a great player, but I think Jordan Taylor's gonna pull out this one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How about you, Murphy?
Well, today I think I'm gonna have to talk about Tebow and the Broncos and Peyton. And anyways, so I was thinking about it, and the more I think about Tebow, the less I like him. And here's why. I think that at the beginning of the 2011 season, he fell into I don't want to say a perfect situation, but he was very advantageous. He was put at a really good angle. I think that, who was their starting quarterback? Can't remember his name. But anyways, in his absence, I think that the rest of the team picked it up, and Tebow got a lot of credit for that. I think, I guess, leaving the personality out of it, I think that Colorado, or Denver at least, is insane about their quarterbacks. Like John Elway, they had Elway mania. Now they have Tebow mania. I think Peyton and Manning mania is just going to take the place of that. And I don't think people are going to miss Tebow at all.
We'll have to see. Only time will tell. All right, I'm going to talk about the WIAA basketball tournament that happened last weekend. There's 4 possible Badger prospects coming out of all the championship teams. First, we have Sam Dekker from Sheboygan Lutheran. He had 70 points in the tournament in 2 games, 40 points in the championship game, drained a 3-pointer at the end of the game to win the championship for his team. Also, he is now the number 1 play on SportsCenter for the top 10, and he's Wisconsin's Mr. Basketball, so look out for him. All right, great show today. Thanks for watching. Tune in on Thursday for a week in review. Thank you.